So I just pulled a flake, and it was an old nail. It was a remnant of nail that was buried in the side, in the cuticle skin at the side of that nail. What you're seeing there is that's newer material that's come out, and there's an old nail scab. That's just trash, probably that brownish stuff that has come out from under my skin, riding out on the nail since I broke the nails free. But this new nail material, it can't push this old stuff out that's buried in the skin, and so it's plastic and it just goes around it. So when I had pulled enough skin off, enough dead cuticle skin, all of a sudden I hit this thing that it hurt when I pulled on it, you know, when I was scraping at it, and it's like a splinter in there, and it will hurt just like a splinter when you devil it, when you're trying to get at it with picking at it or get tweezers on it. It's wiggling it around that makes it hurt, and every time I touched it, it was very sensitive. But I pulled a little more, I scraped a little more skin off the side, you know, I exposed it a little more, and it finally decided to come out, and now it's bleeding. But that's it. That's a honking piece of, that's actual nail. That's not cuticle skin. Clyde, Brandy, cut that out. Thank you. Brandy, I said cut it out. Come on, honey. Drop it. Brandy, drop it. Thank you. Goodness gracious. So, that's really chewed up now. That's just pulled up the tissue where that flake came out. That's real nail though. That's not just laminated cuticle skin, which I'm used to, peeling off layers and layers and layers of it. But that is nail that's been in there for years and years and years. And you can see there, you see the shape of that, the nail material, it just flowed around it. There's nothing you can really do about it. You'll see that over and over and over. The nail is plastic when it comes out, and it will go over, under, around, or just overwhelm old damage and embalm it and leave it there. So, that's a hell of a deal. And what was on there? A little something on there. Pulled out a little tiny fragment. Oh, that came out from, let's see, where did that come out from? Came out from under there. Right at the top there. See, that's all going to break up too. Move out and hopefully all of that will delaminate. Some of that at the top is new material, but it's coming out over the old dead cuticle skin that I have not managed to get all of it out yet. But because the nails are broken loose, it's just seeping out over the old cuticle material, and it's going to have to come off. You know, the new stuff, the old stuff's all going to have to come off, because all of the old dead skin, and you can see that collar. I still have a lot of buildup, dead cuticle skin built up. And so the new, now that the nails are broken loose, the new nail material is trying to form, trying to come out. And it's just coming out just like that. It's coming out over the old damage, old cuticle skin, old nail flakes, whatever might be there, and forming new nail. That's not going to work for me. I I have to keep going and get, you can see how deep that was. I have to keep going and get all of the damage off of my fingers, all of the old dead cuticle skin, all of the old nail and nail flakes and remnants of nails. It all has to go away. The nail bed has to be completely exposed and clean, and everything has to be scraped back to the scarp, basically. It's like doing an archaeological dig. We gotta go back to the original surface. Nothing else is gonna work. And then, once that's done and all of this junk that's under my, all of this old accumulation of nail material, this opaque looking dead cell material that's under my skin, once of that trash like that, it comes out looking like that, brown and rubbery. But once that has to go away too. And eventually, hopefully, I'll be making nails out of new waste material, new dead cell material, the cells that are dying and are supposed to be moving off in an orderly way every day. And I will have already processed the backlog. And then my nails will start forming out of current production, out of freshly dead cell material, rather than using up this vast storehouse of old dead cell material that's stashed under my skin and my fingers, hands, arms, wherever it is. But all of that old dead nail material, fragments of nails where I was biting my nails and it got left there, stuck there, and new nail material came out and flowed over it and formed and made a new top cover nail that looked pretty good. All of that has to be dug out. All of it has to go away before I can have new nails. New nails that look like they're supposed to look. They're supposed to be thin, almost clear. You're supposed to be able to, they occupy the whole nail bed in a proper dimension and a proper thickness. Not huge buildup, not stacks and stacks and stacks of dead nails like that. That's a remnant of nail there on the side, and it's under the new nail material. It will have to come out. All of that will have to come off. You can see that the wings, that the nails are too wide. That's because that's why they're round. That's why they're oval shaped. They're supposed to be, the sides of the nail are supposed to be parallel. If you look at these girls that have beautiful nails, they don't have round nails like that. And that's a delaminating top nail. You've got recent looking nails. That's what it looks like underneath. Okay? See, this is a scrum here, but it's possible to have an absolutely beautiful top nail, and what you've got underneath is a bunch of junk. It is a repair, and that I think people don't realize that the nails are basically just good-looking scabs. If you ever skinned your knee when you were a kid, and you had one big scab, but then you continued to work, play around and whatever, walk, that scab would break up into pieces, and sometimes it would break up and become very fragmentary, and little tiny pieces of it would fall out or come out, or you would rub at it and they would come off, and they would be sticky on the bottom, and that sticky material is what makes the nail. That is the material that it's the same as what we're seeing here. It comes out, it's liquid, and it comes out and it solidifies and it forms the nail. So your fingernails are basically just good-looking, better-looking scabs, whether you know it or not. And all of that stuff, where was that? There's that one. See, that will come out, liquid will flow out there and fill that up. In a day or two, that would go back to trying to turn into a nail. Where's the other one? I guess it already, did it already, it healed. I had one that was, it might have been there. I've forgotten where it was. But when you get a crack in your nail, which I did, separated the side piece. It may have been there. But that wet material will come out, and it will seep into the cracks, and then solidify, and it will bind the fragments of nail together, and then all new wet material will come out and form a solid unitized cover nail over the whole thing. But this is sticky, you know, when it comes out. It's sticky just like those scabs were when you were a kid. That's the way it works. It flows out as a liquid and then it solidifies. If you have pieces of nail here and there, it'll stick them all back together, and then more liquid material will flow out over it, just like a wax coat or a lacquer coat, and it will make a beautiful finish on top, and it will look like a nail. And this is what you'll have underneath it, a bunch of junk like that. So it won't ever be right until all that goes away, right back down to the nail bed, and you get thin coats of properly dimensioned nail that form directly in contact with the nail bed. Until then, all you're doing, all your nails are cover nails that are covering all the damage that's accumulated in your lifetime. Yeah. Been in there years. Years and years and years. Because the dimension is smaller. See, it was way inside here. It wasn't out here. You know, the nail has been out here, pushed out. It pushes out the cuticles too. You see these people that have these big, wide, beautiful nails. Those are buildup, and they stretch the dimension of the cuticle. My nails are getting narrower and narrower, but they still haven't come back to the point where they're parallel. They're still oval. And so I still have more to come off. And all of this outside of the nail bed, wherever the nail bed is, if it's there, then everything outside of that, all of this, is surplus skin, is build up, and it's just cuticle, dead cuticle skin like callus. It's just laminated layer after layer after layer, increasing the dimension of my fingers. That's what makes them round and stubby. You've just got callus, that kind of a callus buildup on your hands. But that's actually a piece of nail, and it was in there, and it's stuck way down. You can see it's how deep it was. It went all the way down in there. But that was the nail at the time. That was the top nail. When the corner of it, the edge of it got buried in the skin, this was the top nail. And later, more and more and more nail built up over it like that. It stretches the dimension of the cuticle here, and it just pushes out and out and out. We're getting there. We're actually getting somewhere. But the most important part of this is understanding. It really is.